Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the region.
Shapes are everywhere we look. But
good job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
We can say to ourselves to be positive.
Lemurs are found on the island of Madagascar.
For one, and the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right.
reset, that means taking a deep breath. It may mean counting to 10.
Today we're going to start with a freestyle stroke. So I'm going to put my arms up, and I'm going to...
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. You caught me sleeping. I am Dr. Sanders, and we are in our amazing classroom where you can go anywhere and be anything you would like to be. As we start our journey today, what do you always have to remember? It doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102. We will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. We will have some fun while learning. Now it's time to start learning. We're going to start this journey. We have to start this journey by spelling some of my friends' names. Yes, all of you are my friends, but I have a couple names that I want to spell today. Okay, I'll take my hat off. My first name today is Cadis. How are you doing today? Okay, let's spell Cadis. Capital K-A-D-I-S. K-A-D-I-S. All right, my second name is Nathaniel. Everybody say, hey, Nathaniel. All right, let's spell Nathaniel. Capital N-A-T-H-A-N-I-E-L. N-A-T-H-A-N-I-E-L. Hey, Nathaniel. Oh, you're telling me that you're ready? Are you sure you're ready to go on this adventure? Okay, let's go!
Yay!
Hi, Glen, what are you doing? Ooh, you're ordering pizza. And pepperoni, it's my favorite. Can I have some? Oh, thanks. It looks like you just need to type in your address and then you're ready to order. Oh, you don't know your address? That's a hard one. Would you like to use a strategy to help remember it? Would you like to learn the strategy too? Okay. Addresses have a lot of things to remember. There's the street you live on. If you live in an apartment, there's a number or sometimes a letter. There's the city and the state and the zip code. That's a lot to remember. The strategy we can use is called a crazy phrase. So to show you that, I need my board. Thank you. Here's my crazy phrase to help us remember Glen's address. Snails never chew sparkly zippers. You can see each sound of the crazy phrase goes with what I need to remember. So snails stands for street. Snail Street. Glen lives at 123 Gator Place. The next one is never, number. That stands for your apartment number if you live in an apartment. Glen lives in apartment 5. Sometimes your apartment can be a letter too. Chew, C stands for city. Glen lives in Swamp City. Sparkly, S for state. Glen lives in Missouri. And zipper stands for zip code. That's a number that helps your mailman get your mail to you. And Glen's zip code is 63376. So, snails, street, number of your apartment if you have one, city, state, and zip code. Glen, are you ready to order? Great, and you are ready for school.
Hi friends, welcome back for another Read Aloud with Mrs. Forth. Today I have a fiction story for us to read together called Veronica Goes Swimming, a story about overcoming fear. This book was written by Chino Nilam Odowe, who likes to go by the name Chi-Chi. So let's thank Chi-Chi for writing this book for us. This was illustrated by DG. DG, the illustrator, was in charge of all the pictures. Without the author and the illustrator, we wouldn't have this book, so thank you to both of them. This book, like I said, is fiction. Fiction is stories that are made up by the author. And sometimes these stories seem like they could really happen. Those are called realistic fiction. So as we read, we're going to notice if this story seems like it could happen in real life. Veronica Goes Swimming, a story about overcoming fear. After a pretty good day at school, Veronica made it home. She opened the door to the entryway, took off her shoes, and removed her backpack. Hearing the commotion from the kitchen, her mom greeted her. "Hi, Veronica. How was your day at school? How did your math test go?" Rushing in to wash her hands and grab a snack, Veronica replied, "Hi, Mommy. School was okay. I guess I did good on my math test. I'm happy you and Daddy helped me practice a lot. I even finished before time was up." "That's fantastic." "Yes, you studied hard, which is a form of practice. Remember that practicing makes the task easier," Mom said. While enjoying their afternoon snack, Mom remembered something exciting she forgot to tell Veronica. Mom quickly erupted, "Guess what, sweetheart?" "What, Mommy?" Veronica answered. "I signed you up to take swimming lessons, so you will be able to enjoy the community pool with Daddy and your friends this summer." A look of worry suddenly came over Veronica's face. She said, "But, Mommy, I'm scared." "It's okay to be scared, darling. The coach is patient and good with those just learning. The lessons are twice a week. Actually, we're about to leave for your first lesson." A bit startled, Veronica let out a little sigh and said, "Okay, I am really scared, Mommy." Mom looked into Veronica's almost teary eyes and said, "It's okay to be scared, baby girl, but with a little practice and believing in yourself, you will overcome this fear." So far, do you think this story sounds like it could happen? I think so too. So maybe this is realistic fiction. Let's keep reading to find out. Now, how about you tell me something that made you happy at school today? "Well," Veronica said cheerfully, "I enjoyed lunch, music class, and recess." Smiling, her mom said, "Ha ha ha, I enjoyed those things too when I was your age." Veronica began to think about what her mom said and asked, "Mommy, why do kids have to go to school?" "Well, school helps kids learn different things about life. Then as you get older, you find out more of the things you like. And hopefully, that will help you decide what you want to be when you grow up," Mommy replied. "I guess that makes sense. Thanks, Mommy, but school sure is a lot of work." "Yes, it is. But when you practice or study each thing you learn, it helps you move up a step. Since you have started working hard, you are building habits that will help you become an adult with great habits. Now let's get ready to go. Swimming class starts in 20 minutes. After a quick change of clothes, Veronica and her mom got into the car and made their way to the class. As they pulled into the recreation center parking lot, Mommy said with excitement, "We are here, Veronica. Remember, you can do anything you desire to do. Listen to your coach and follow the instructions. If you start to feel scared, tell yourself, 'I can do this. I believe in myself.' As you practice and keep believing, the fear will gradually disappear." "Okay, tell me, what part of swimming are you so scared of?" Veronica answered, "I am scared of the water. I am scared because I do not know how to swim. What if I fall under the water? Being in the water is new, but the lessons will teach you how to be a strong swimmer. The coach will keep you safe, and I will be right over there. Does that make you feel better?" her mom said. Veronica looked at her mom and said, "Not really, but I will give it a try. That part seems pretty realistic to me. Adults always try to help make you feel better, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I love that Veronica was honest about, yeah, I don't really feel any better right now. I hope she starts to feel better once she gets in there. So far, I think this story seems like it could really happen. They walked down the hallway leading to the pool area. Seeing the swimming coach standing near the door, Mommy greeted him, saying, "Hello, Coach Ken. This is my daughter, Veronica." With a welcoming smile on his face, Coach Ken replied, "Hello, Veronica. It is a pleasure to meet you." Veronica waved hello and said, "Hi, Coach Ken. I'm kind of scared, but my mommy says all I have to do is believe in myself. Keep practicing and everything will be okay." Your mommy is right, Veronica. The more you believe in yourself and keep practicing, the fear will go away. Why don't you go to the locker room with your mom and change into your swimsuit? Then we'll get started. Coach Ken replied, pointing to the locker room. Veronica and her mom quickly walked toward the door marked locker room. Veronica hurried to change into her swimsuit, and Mommy walked her back to where Coach Ken was preparing to start class. Mommy crouched down to look Veronica in the eyes and said, "Good luck, baby girl. Believe in yourself. I will be out here watching and waiting for you when your lesson is over. I love you." With tears in her eyes, Veronica said, "I love you too, Mommy," before walking away. She's still pretty fearful, isn't she? But she's being brave and she's trying new things. After 1 week of swim classes, Veronica was playing a board game with her mom, who asked, "Veronica, how do you feel after your first week of lessons?" Veronica smiled and said, "My heart doesn't race anymore when I'm at swim lessons." Mommy smiled back and responded, "I am so glad to hear it. Would you like to keep taking classes until you are comfortable at the deep side of the pool?" "I could try, I guess. The other kids are friendly," Veronica reasoned. She still seems a little unsure, but she's still being brave and she's going to keep trying and practicing just like her mom taught her. Thinking about the book, are you still thinking that this seems like it could be a real story? Yeah, me too. 12 weeks later, Mommy was in the community pool locker room with Veronica changing into their swimsuits. Mommy, smiling, asked, "Veronica, how do you feel about the pool and swimming?" Quickly fixing the strap on her swimsuit, Veronica squealed, "I love it, Mommy. I'm not scared anymore. I can jump into the pool on the deep end and everything. I love swimming and I love the pool." "Glad to hear it, baby girl. Let's go join Daddy in the pool. After we finish swimming and playing in the water, we can all go to your favorite ice cream shop to celebrate your success," Mommy said. Veronica wrapped her arm around her mother's waist in excitement as they walked to the side of the pool where Daddy was already swimming. Veronica was super happy as she walked out of the pool with Mommy and Daddy. After swimming and playing for several hours, they all agreed to change out of their wet swimsuits and meet at the car to head to the ice cream shop. In the car, Mommy asked Veronica, "What did you learn about your fear?" Veronica put a finger on her chin, modeling a thinking pose, and responded, "I think fear is not knowing. I was scared about the pool and swimming because I did not know how to swim and had not been to the pool before. I learned that when I am scared or afraid, and if it is not a dangerous situation, I will tell myself, I believe in myself, I can do this. I can learn a new skill because I will make sure to practice it to learn." "Exactly, sweetheart," Mommy said. "Believing in yourself and practicing to get better is the key to succeeding in many areas of life." Daddy smiled, looking in his rearview mirror, and told Veronica, "Good job for overcoming her fears, putting in the work to practice, learning how to swim, and believing in herself." With a big smile, Veronica said, "Thank you, Mommy and Daddy, for putting me in swim classes." She knew that if she could beat this fear of swimming, she could overcome a lot more fears to come. At that moment, Veronica felt ready to face just about anything. The end. What a great story about Veronica overcoming her fears about swimming. And what do you think about this fiction book? Would you agree that it's realistic fiction? It could really happen? I think so too. Thanks again for joining me for another Read Aloud. I'm so glad to read these books with you each and every time you visit me. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Hi there, Room 9. I'm Mrs. Williams, the Woodland Creature Teacher. When I'm not here teaching, learning, and growing my brain with you guys, I'm teaching, learning, and growing some brains with all of my first graders. So hi, and lots of love to all of my woodland creatures. Today, we're going to be talking all about powering off and shutting down. We need to make sure that we know a few basics about electronics before we use them. There are so many electronic devices around us each day, and they use energy. Let's talk a little bit about where that energy comes from. Most of the energy that we use to power devices like phones, laptops, and tablets comes from electricity. Electricity is produced in power plants using coal, water, wind, many things that are not renewable, some of which are, but it's very, very important that we save as much of that energy as we can because some of the sources that we use to make that electricity are not things that we can replace. Let's talk a little bit about how we can do our part to power down and unplug, because there's a special secret that you may not already know about those devices. Let's stop and think about the things that you use in your home that are plugged into an outlet and use electricity. Bet there's a pretty long list. It may include things like televisions or computers, lights, tablets and phones, or appliances like toasters, refrigerators, your stove. There are so many things around us each day that use electricity. What you might not know is that those things use power even when we don't have them turned on. Say, what? It's true. They're called power vampires. There are things that happen with your devices even when they're not in use that draw power. So let's think about this for a second. My phone needs to be charged up. It's plugged in now, and when it reaches full or 100%, what should I do? I should unplug it. It's not using any more power, right? Wrong. It's using power from the battery, but this charger can also still continue to draw power. What do you think that we might be able to do to solve this problem? There are two steps that we can take with this. We can first unplug the cord, and second, turn off the power strip if there are no other devices plugged into it. But how does that work for things like our refrigerator? Our refrigerator's pretty important. It keeps all of our cold foods cold so that we don't get a tummy ache after eating them. Can we just unplug our refrigerator? No, we sure can't. What can we do to help keep those things from using up too much power? Think about what you want to use before you open up that fridge. Don't just stand there with that door open, air conditioning the kitchen. Make your choice before you open up and go in. Think about things like coffee makers. What do they usually have on them? A clock or a timer. Those things are still running even when your coffee maker's not. Your toaster may have a light on it to show you when it's done. Be sure and unplug that toaster if you're not actively making your breakfast. What are some other things that you can do to help power down and save energy? Oh, I heard turning off fans and lights when you're not using them. Yeah, when you walk out of that room, hit that light switch and turn out the lights. If you're no longer using the fan or you're going to be out of the room, turn that fan off and give your house's electricity a rest. I have a challenge for you this week. I want you to start a tally chart with your family. It would look a little something like this. And I want you to start a challenge in your home to see who can power down and unplug the most devices to save energy in your home. I need to add Mason. I know who gets the first tally in my house. I've already unplugged and powered down. I hope that you had a great time learning about that power down and unplug. Remember your challenge, do that homework, and I want you to share with all of your family members and at least one friend what you've learned today. Thanks for growing your brain with me, Room 9. See you soon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Miss Knarr, and here we are for our song time. Today we're going to focus our learning on skip counting by tens to help build our fact fluency and number sense. See if you can try to sing along with me at home. We are skip counting by tens, we will do it again. We'll go from 10 until 100, then we will start again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then comes 80, 90, 100. We're so smart, you see. We are skip counting by tens. We will do it again. We'll go from 10 until 100, then we will start again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then comes 80, 90, 100. We're so smart, you see. We are skip counting by tens. We will do it again. We'll go from 10 until 100, then we will start again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then comes 80, 90, 100. We're so smart, you see. Wow, that was incredible, learners. We started at 10 and we went all the way up to 100, skip counting by tens. This will help us build our number fluency and our number sense. Keep practicing skip counting by tens at home and see if you can skip count along with me. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Great day, everybody. This is Candace with Chaos, and today we're gonna talk about my friend Xavier. And so Xavier is a chaos kid, and he's really, really cool, but sometimes Xavier has a hard time focusing, sometimes Xavier fidgets a lot, and sometimes Xavier gets frustrated because he's always getting corrected at school. You know, one thing about Xavier is if you give him too many things to do at one time, sometimes he forgets some of those things. And so when he forgets some of those things, then there's a consequence, like when he does his homework and he forgets to put it in his backpack. And so then he gets home and he's doing a whole lot of stuff and he's like, okay, I did my homework, I did everything else, I got ready for bed, but he forgot to put his homework in his backpack. So when he gets to school and they're asking about it, he doesn't have it. And then Xavier gets upset. Does that ever happen to you? Do you ever have a lot of stuff happening and you forget to do some things? I know it happens to me sometimes. And so Xavier also sometimes gets frustrated when he's working on things. And so Xavier has to learn how to kind of calm down and be able to focus on what he's doing and maybe kind of reset the way that he's doing things. So let's learn a skill like Xavier learned. So one day, I'm gonna tell you a story. He was working on a puzzle at school and he couldn't figure out how to get the right pieces where they had to go. And he got mad and he wanted to knock it off of the table. But instead of doing that, Xavier took some time and he took some deep breaths. Do you know how to do deep breaths? Let me show you. So you take a deep breath in like you are smelling a flower. Let's do it. And then you blow it out like you're blowing out the birthday candles. Let's try it again. Smell the flowers. Blow out the birthday candles. And then once he did that, he could take a minute and he can say, you know, maybe I can try something different. And then he did that. And so that's what you have to do. When you get frustrated and you're having a hard time, it's absolutely okay for you to take a deep breath. Make sure you smell the flowers and make sure you blow out the birthday candles. And then it allows you to reset. And reset is remember every situation encourages thought. And once you reset, then you can figure out a different way of doing things. Because when you're all upset and you got a lot going on, it really makes it hard for you to make decisions and for you to think about things. And if you can't do it on your own, it's absolutely okay for you to ask a trusted adult. Ask a parent or a teacher or somebody that you really like that can possibly help you out, okay? Because I want you to know that you are amazing and you can do anything that you set your mind to, okay? So the next time you're doing something and you have a hard time with calming your body, I want you to breathe and I want you to remember you got this, okay? Air hugs and cyber kisses.
Welcome back. Did you have an amazing adventure today? Oh my goodness. Whew, I can't wait to hear about it. Tell me about it. Man, this class, Teaching in Room 9, is getting better every day. All right, take a look at my name. Do I have any letters in there that are the same?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, what letters?
R.
R, yes, and yes, another R. Any other letters? Oh, you have to look very carefully. Don't think about the letters. Maybe think about, maybe colors? Yeah, yes, you're right. I have a green R and a green D. Yes, yes, yes. All right, what else? Yes, a red D, a red N, and a red S. Yes. Okay, yes, a yellow A and a yellow R. You all are great observers. But you know what? We have so much fun, but it is time for us to get out of room 9. Before we do that, though, we have to spell our favorite word. And what's that word? Nine. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.